situation where you are an immigrant who is working in the Gulf, one of the Gulf countries, let us say as a agricultural laborer, a welder, a domestic worker, a nurse, or in whatever skilled or unskilled job. So there is a problem. You get into a problem, and let us say it could be a health issue. Somebody back home got sick, and you just want to go back, or your owner or your landlord, your company is very abusive, or you got into some kind of trouble back there. So you immediately want to go back home, but there is no help you see coming from anywhere else. So in that situation, there is one person who has been extending his help to immigrant workers working in like 10 different countries at least. His name is Mr. Gangula Muralidhar Reddy. He's a native of Sangareddy district in Telangana, and for the past 10 years, he has been rigorously working to help these distressed migrant immigrants. Let us talk to him.
I started working from 1990 and 10 years in Hyderabad area and 21 years in Kuwait. Worked as a draftsman, and from last 10 years I started working for these migrants.
So, Mr. Muralidhar Reddy, what kind of issues do you see are people from Telangana or AP or India in general facing in these Gulf countries? What kind of problems do they have, and why do they want to come back?
Sometimes they feel their salaries are less. Because of these things, they will go away from their owners, sponsors. In this case, they will lose their benefits like tickets, bonus, accommodation, food. Some people they will buy visas. Visas should be generated through a company with a certain amount only. According to agent's fee, should be maximum 30,000. But our people are paying unskilled and skilled labor are paying 1,20,000 rupees to 2,50,000. All these people are from North Telangana, and they are paying these things by getting 2% or something else interest. So after going there, sometimes they are not getting proper job, or visas are also fake. After going there, they will not get proper. What they expected, that much money they will not get. So in this case, they will try to go away from their companies. In these cases only, they will start facing the problems.
Are there any other kinds of problems? Because people they die there, and it's very difficult to bring their bodies back.
Our people are the reason very hard work in summer season. They have to work, and distress things are there, like away from the families, and burdens of money things. So they're getting mostly heart attacks only. If you are looking in any areas, heart attack persons are there. And if person is undocumented, legal migrant is okay, and illegal we can say, who person's residence will be expats in Gulf countries, then he called undocumented, we can say. So these persons are facing problem. Even if after death they cannot get tickets, ticket problem will be there. And government, of course, they are paying ICWF, Indian Community Welfare Funds, but not for all. So even after coming here, also their families are getting very bad situations, like loans and without earning person, you know. So mostly around 17 lakh people from Telangana, of course more 17 from Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh having its own board like APNRTS, Andhra Pradesh Non-Residents Telugu Society, I think so. And same Kerala is having NORCA, Non-Resident Kerala Affairs, and Kerala having some other boards also, like ODPEC, it is a recruiting board, and some good initiatives which the other states are taking. From our side, these initiations are not there, and meanwhile, our immigrant bill, I think so. It is from last 40 years, it is not implemented. Because of this, our people are facing big problems.
So, how are you working around with these issues? How are you managing different kinds of issues? How are you resolving them? Because from what we know, now you have successfully solved 600 cases uh, of these distressed workers abroad.
Yeah.
Please explain.
Cases attending is okay. All will not be succeeded. Maybe 50 to 60% will be success rate mostly. Yeah, for missing cases will be there. From last 15 years, one person named called Darbar Sheikh, his daughter is about to marry and he is unavailable. He was working in Kuwait, but he left to, as we understand, he left to Saudi. We raised a mother through central government portal, but the person not available. One person paralyzed in Saudi Arabia. He is in ICU, and at there he cannot bear his expenses, and his family members are not accepting, and they are not ready to express who they are also right now. That's why I'm not telling. And the family member, one of the, mother is earning a small amount, and kids, they're about to get married. So, in small groups, how he will come and how they will serve. And in these situations, like expenses of medical charges and marriage situations. So, this type of situations that the government should support for him to bring with the own expenses of ICWF fund, or and after coming here, medical charges also they should pay. Then only it will be okay.
But to identify these missing persons and those, because we get to know that there are around 7,000 something people, workers languishing in the
jails.
jails. So, missing cases, jails. So, how do you identify this? Is there a system in place?
This jail is it was questioned in Parliament by Mr. Selva Ganapati MP, Puducherry's MP. He was asked this question. So for this, Mr. Muralidhar, Minister of External Affairs, he was answered. So in jail, mostly 7710. So out of this, high rate is from UAE, and next rate will come to Kuwait and Qatar, I think so. So ECR countries around 4,000 people are there, roughly actually. 3,000 people from GCC countries will come. So out of this, our Telangana peoples and Andhra peoples mostly, because of earning a low amount or earnings, small petty cases people will be there, like stealing your money, you using your ATM. You just understand, your ATM I'm using means we are friends. You once I will get your money by going back. Same thing happens. So one day I'll do same thing without your information. You'll get angry. You'll case on me. So this person is facing around 5 years jail after paying 50% amount to you also. You can withdraw this one, but you are unable to withdraw. If by withdrawing you may charge or legal things you don't know. You done once, sir. So this person is facing 5 years. And his brother, sisters, I've got 3 sisters or 2 sisters, I don't know. They're about to get married. So this family is becoming like a below poverty level. So it is happening much more in these our areas.
How bad is the situation of women immigrant workers from AP and Telangana who are staying there?
Yeah, these women immigrant workers, they're serving very good, like nannies, caretakers, nurses, in this way. After going there, they forget their children at here, and they will lose their family life at here. And of course, sometimes their husbands may not care, or after a long time, they cannot save their money. Even if they wanted to come here, they used to work from morning 6 a.m. to evening 12. Even in some festival times, they have to work much more. So completely they have to stay or something. So sending here and they're facing the problems. So sometimes if they face high problems, they approaches me or any other social worker or some teams like organizations. Even the consulates, the embassies, they ask them to come personally to complain. They cannot come outside. The reason the independent houses will be there and they have their own CC cameras. They cannot get permission. They sometimes they may not go. It is happening.
So, do you think
One more also I can raise. This is the situations to tell. I have the proof also. One lady I cannot tell you. She was about to be, harassment. So I suggested her to run away from the place. Went to Indian embassy. She complained. I think so. Now when she came out, she got absconded cases or something else. And this lady, definitely she used to take some shelter with some others. She got cheated. Some other things was happened, which I can't explain here. And if she wanted to come here also, she's facing problems because of this social media, something else. They get scales.
But there is a system in place. There are consulates in Indian embassies there, and some of the states are having their own cells, NRI cells. So why? Where is the disconnect in the entire procedure to save them and then bring them back and then rehabilitate them? Where does the problem lie?
Problem is there, but same time safety also there. Actually, these workers are called 20 visa in Kuwait area, domestic workers. Once upon a time, around 10 years back, BBC was published like slaves selling area. It was published it. But same time, there is a good documentation or some GOs from Kuwait that for domestic workers, very good safety is there. But they are not using properly. Because of this, it is happening. And same time, this person's passport is with the owners. When the owner is having this passport, this person will not go out. Even when he go for the complaint also, where she, if owner comes to know how their relation, and if she goes out, where she will stay. So then the problem will raise. Same thing happens with the workers also.
Okay, there is a mother portal of the central government, and there is some way to connect to the embassies and resolve the issues. Is it having any problem, or where is the disconnect?
Mother portal is very best portal actually. Whoever complaint on that, definitely the complaint should be solved. Even if it is not solving, the government, consulate side, the officers will close by telling the real reason. Officers are very hard working at there because even in one Gram Panchayat we have 20 member staff for one Gram Panchayat, 2000 people.
In India?
In India. But in Kuwait, and I worked much more in much area in Kuwait only. So that's why I'm making an example of Kuwait.
Okay.
10 lakh people are there, Indians. Expatriates Indians, I think so. So for these 10 lakhs, that Indian embassy staff is not enough. So one case solving for them, they have to make some documentation, answering for this real victim and getting information from the sponsor. It takes much more time. So we need good staff, extra staff, or they should give some contract for these things officially. I don't know how the procedure, they should take care. Like wage theft is there, our people, wage theft means when they are coming back, in COVID period, a lot of companies are there, sent back, or our people came back. And in this situation, they lost their residency and they cannot go back and their wages are there. big companies, they will much more. I mean, wage theft. Like from 15 years, one person is not getting. I mean, one person's profit, provided fund or EPF or bonus or something else we can call it here. Same thing will be there out. So these
End of
end of
service
services will
benefit.
not. They cannot get it. This is
This
biggest
is the big
mistake.
problem.
Yeah, and in death cases also, after coming when the person is coming here with end of services they cannot get. I have 3 cases like this, like Raja Reddy or one another. Yeah, I can prove.
So, what do you think will be the ideal solution for this? Because we know that Indian embassy, when somebody is distressed, it tells them to come to the embassy. So, what are the problems they are facing, and what would be the right workaround for that?
When they goes to embassy, they will raise a complaint with their officially. Whatever we send through Madad portal, it is an informative. And the person, particularly in person, if he goes, that is real complaint. That is why they ask them to come there. So after going there only the process will start.
But there is a problem for the workers to reach the embassy also. There are language barriers, there are geographical barriers, all those things are there. How?
When they go, 18 visa is there, I mean work visa. These persons, if they go and complain there, especially in agricultural areas who works there, they will not get much holidays, or they have to work from 6 a.m. to evening, late evenings. So even they don't have the ID cards on their hands, which I should not tell here.
It's okay.
Yeah, so they faces the problem when they go away, or when they comes to know that owner, this guy has complained about our company, then this guy will get much problems.
Yeah, again, he might file a
And,
case and all those things. He can
yeah.
implicate.
He may case on him absconding, theft case, or any another issue.
Any petty case, but
Yeah.
it will land the worker in the jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if run away from there, or he should stay some other people areas, friends areas. So how many days? And when he loses his residence, telephone problems are there, like getting internet or something else. The food problem will be there, transportation problem will be there, medical issues will be there. Indian embassy will support, but for how many members? They should shelter also. It is not possible. Especially we should have our own Gulf, in Telangana, own Gulf board with a big budget. Like if we say from last around, I don't know how many years, we don't have documentation, but if we have to question with the government, around 77,000 we donated to other countries who are facing in disaster management or anything. We have the COVID period, that is also considered in the same disaster management.
Yes.
Our people are not getting good food and shelters. Even if we are not paying to the paying rent, the shelters areas, they will disconnect the water or electricity. Then how they will get? So these things, our people, our own country. So
Yes, there.
So while coming, we given extra ticket charges also. Like if it is 100 rupees, we pay 200 rupees.
Yes.
And quarantine payments also. After coming here, rehabilitation, nothing. Resettling, nothing was done. Of course, 35,000 people skill development in the report of central government, Swadesh. There we entered our data, but where in our Telangana people, I don't think so. We got any extra jobs or something else.
So, establishing a Gulf board is one of the solutions
with budget.
With budget.
With budget. Yeah. If we see Kerala development, Kerala board, They created for each every sector they created one board with finance. If one labor, head load labor also there, for them also they created one board with finance development. In Kerala, BC Welfare Development Board is there. It is running with 242 crore budget and 97% which they gives loans for the Keralites, and they are paying back happily, and they are running very good. And they are treating the people that whoever goes from the Kerala state outside, they feel that they are eyes, and they are giving loans or welfare services, support services. With these people are earning outside and they're sending remittances to the Kerala states. With these things, the Kerala state's budget is dependent.
And overall in the country, how do you think these workers are contributing to the economy? At what scale?
Uh, Yearly 80 billion US dollars we are getting remittances from other countries, India. In this, around 30% will comes to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, I think so. So very big amount only. Where after coming these remittances, we are paying as taxes to the government. 14 and 18, it goes up to 60-65%. If you are assuming around 40 rupees or 45 rupees, actually it should be 35 rupees petrol liter, but it is selling 110 rupees. So 65% we are paying to the government. So we are asking our money to keep our welfare development board.
Right. What are the suggestions you would give to the prospective immigrants who want to go abroad and they don't want to have get into trouble, like in mostly in the Gulf nations, even in Malaysia and other countries, you are witnessing such problems.
Yes.
Can you please give some suggestions?
Simple way. One is we should be different sectors like skilled, unskilled, graduates, some PGs or medicals, paramedics, everywhere. We should get real skilled. If we don't have, we have to learn at least 3 to 6 months specialized skills, get experience around 6 years in India, be professional, get a good job, demandful job. If you are feeling, and before going, you just start inquiring. Every country it is having our own organizations. You ask them, they will guide you. Without knowing anything, after getting graduate, if you are paying 1 lakh, 2 lakhs to any another agent, he is not agent. We should not tell anything, because agencies are there. You pay them directly 30,000 only. Why you are paying 1 lakh and above? It's big money. And after going there, in COVID period, around 9,000 crores transaction was done only for visa trading. Like, not only visa trading, making resident status up on.
Okay.
They are earning or they are getting loans at there and they are paying to the owners or something else.
Right.
So our money we are paying it there. Even in the quarantine period, because of our communication gap of governments, I think so, we paid much amounts in UAE areas, UAE. Because for Kuwait, if they wanted to go back for the work, we don't have our from India to their direct flights. You have to go UAE, stay around 14 days, quarantine, and then you get a flight to there. So their quarantine period, we paid much more for the hotel charges and ticket, 10 times more prices. So our total money gone at there only.
Right. So having worked there for more than a decade,
Yes.
Do you think it's worth it?
Worth anyway, sir. Migration is required. Even it is required. Going there also. But go properly.
With that, we'll take the next. There are certain takeaways from this. Can you please explain what are the future steps which the governments should take and
Yeah, first one is Pravas Bharatiya Bima Yojana. It says like while going from here for any job, they should get Pravas Bharatiya Bima Yojana. Through agents, if we go proper agents, you will get that one. But this one implemented around 5-6 years back again. That who stays in abroad also, not only for ECR, I mean immigrant check required. Other people also they can get it, but it is not possible because they should update this one. Yes. So who stays at there, they cannot able to pay for the Pravas Bharati Bima Yojana. If anything happens, they cannot get 10 lakhs insurance, like in accidental case. In this Bima Yojana, accidental insurance will be 10 lakhs. For maternity or another small accident, around 1 lakh they can get. If any issues with the owner or sponsor something, free ticket will be there. If it is medicated person, one person accompany, they can provide. All these losses we are facing. Of course, in central government area, Pravas Bharatiya Bima Yojana, it should be flexible and it should be arranged by DSS, like direct selling agents of insurance or something. IFCO of Tokyo. Our people gone properly, and after going there, company was not supported. We claimed it, but because of a small miscommunication with the company and this employees, this insurance we lost it for 11 members. So it is happening, and we are claiming as I understand, 30 to 40,000. Lakhs insurances are there. In this 2% we are claiming. That's it. So it is there, but we are not unable to use. This should be understandable. And remittances we discussed already, and rehabilitation. After coming here, government should support for their next future, like skill development or Upadhi, we can say, in this way. Yeah.
So that was Mr. Gangula Muralidhar Reddy with us, with photojournalist, video journalist Ravuri Koteshwar Rao garu. This is Vivek Bhumi, the New Indian Express.
IFCO of Tokyo. Our people gone properly, and after going there, company was not supported. We claimed it, but because of a small miscommunication with the company and this employees, this insurance we lost it for 11 members. So it is happening, and we are claiming as I understand, 30 to 40,000 lakhs insurances are there. In this 2% we are claiming. That's it. So it is there, but we are not unable to use. This should be understandable. And remittances we discussed already, and rehabilitation. After coming here, government should support for their next future, like skill development or Upadhi, we can say, in this way. Yeah.
So that was Mr. Gangula Muralidhar Reddy with us, with photojournalist, video journalist Ravuri Koteshwar Rao garu. This is Vivek Bhumi, the New Indian Express.